श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। Hari Om. So I have a couple of mantras here in this particular text which I shall be chanting. If you have them, I don't think you have those mantras. This first mantra is Jagradaaditrayonmuktam Jagradaadimayam tatha Omkareka susamvedyam tat yatpadam tannamamyaham. Once again, Jagradaaditrayonmuktam Jagradaadimayam tatha Omkareka susamvedyam Omkara ega susamvedyam Omkareka samvedyam yatpadam tannamamyaham. The next mantra is from the Upanishad Shanti Padam, which you may have in your text. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangai Tuštuvagum Sastanubhihi Veshema Devahidam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarchyo Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brahaspadir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The next mantra you may or may not have with you, but I will chant it. This is by Shankaracharya. Prajnanam Shupradane Sthirajara Nigara Vyabhibhirvyapya Lokan. You have it in your text? No. Okay. Just listen to that. Just listen to the beauty of Sanskrit. The vibration that run through your system. You may not know the meaning. Doesn't matter. What is more important, the feeling. You have it with you? Yeah. So this is composed by Shankaracharya. It's an introduction to the Upanishad, this Bhashya. He has written a Bhashya for the Kariga, written by his Guru, Grand Guru, great Grand Guru, Gaudapada. So that is what I am reading now. Prajnanam Shupradane Sirajara Nigara Vyabhibhirvyapya Lokan Bhuktva Bhuktva Bhogan Stavishtan Punarabhidhishanot Bhasidan Kamajanyan Pitva Sarvan Visheshan Sobhidi Madurabhung Mayaya Bhojayannaha Maya Sankhya Turiyam Paramamardam Ajam Brahmayatannadosmi Yo Vishwatma Vidija Vishayan Prasya Bhogan Sthavishtan Paschat Chanyan Samadhi Vibhavan Jyotisha Svena Suchman सर्वानेतान् पुनरभिशनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगणः पात्वसौ न स्तुरीयः. Now we will read the Upanishad just to give you a satisfaction that you have completed the Upanishad. Then we will go into the explication of the Upanishad. So this Upanishad has got 12 mantras, and which is one of the shortest Upanishads among the corpus of Upanishads. And this Upanishad is taken from the Atharvana Veda, of the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana. I had to repeat it because you may not be remembering it. Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. Of that Atharvana Veda, this particular belongs to the Atharvana. And this has got only 12 mantras, the shortest Upanishad. And these 12 mantras have been commented upon by Gaudapada. Gaudapada is Shankara's Guru's Guru. Shankara's Guru is Govinda Bhagavad Pada, and his Guru is Gaudapada. You all know that, but I am just repeating it. Just to show you, I also know that. So this is the Gaudapada, his great Guru. And so Gaudapada has written a commentary. It is called Kariga. Gaudapada Kariga. The Kariga has about 216 mantras. 216 mantras. The Upanishad has only 12 mantras. The commentary on that has got 216 mantras, divided into 4 parts. Prakaranas they call it. 4 parts or Prakaranas. The first Prakarana has about, the first Prakarana is known as Agama Prakarana. Agama Prakarana. Prakaranam, Agama Prakaranam, which has got 29 mantras. Commentary by Gaudapada. The second Prakarana is known as Vaidathya Prakarana or Mithya Prakarana, which has got 38 mantras. The third Prakarana is known as Advaya Prakaranam, which has got 48 mantras. And the last Prakarana is called Alada Shanta Prakaranam. Alada Shanta, I'll be explaining the meaning of all this. Alada Shanta Prakaranam, which has got 100 mantras. And some of these mantras are repetitive. Some of the mantras are being repeated because they are very important mantras. So we have Agama Prakaranam. Prakarana means a chapter. Agama Prakaranam, Vaidathya or Mithya Prakaranam, Advaya Prakaranam, and Alada Shanta Prakaranam. These are the 4 chapters of the Kariga, not the Upanishad. Upanishad is only 12 mantras. And on the Upanishad, Gaudapada has commented, does have 216 mantras. I may be repeating it again and again, here and there. So these are the 216 mantras. We will be analyzing those 215 mantras along with the 12 mantras of the Upanishad. Then Shankara has written commentary on that. I may not go into the commentary, but I will be drawing my commentary, my explanation will be drawn from the commentary of Shankaracharya. But I may not go by word of Shankara's commentary. That will take another 2-3 months, so we don't have the time for that. And it's not necessary also, because whatever Shankara has written will be explained in a lucid way, so that it is not important that you go through Shankara's commentary. But Gaudapada's commentary we will be going words by words. So I would like you to, I'll read it and you repeat after me the mantras. So this is just to prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually for the journey into the bowels of the Upanishad, into the depth of the Upanishad. One has to prepare so that you don't sleep. You are excited about it. Excitement is to be created so that we give our total attention to the Upanishad. Because this explanation will be more transformative than informative. I am not trying to give you a lot of information from here and there and stuff your brain with information and you go with the bloated ego. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to experience that transformation, that radical shift in your cognitions, in the way you process, interpret, experience the world, your own thoughts and your own being. Your own being is to be experienced totally. So it will be an experiential interpretation, because when you read the Upanishad, Padavakya Pramanadaha, the Upanishad is explained Pada and Vakya. Pada means words. Each words are to be picked up, including a cha and a va. All the words are to be picked up and explained. That is called Pada, Padartham. And then Pada together, many words constitute a sentence, Vakyam. So the words are to be understood, the sentence meanings are to be understood, then the implied meaning, Lakshartham is to be understood, implied meaning, not just Padartham, but Lakshartham. That every word, every sentence has got an implied meaning. And then the experiential meaning. Then alone the Upanishad study is complete. So word meaning, sentence meaning, implied meaning, if there is any implied meaning, then the experiential meaning. So that process is called Mimamsa. One has to do a Mimamsa, an analytical, experiential exposition of the Upanishad. So as you go through the Upanishadic words and sentences and the meanings, then you experience a total transformation about your own self. You understand yourself in a different way. And when you understand yourself in a different way, you can also experience the world in a more blissful way. That's the purpose of the Upanishadic study. So we will read the Upanishad just for the pleasure of that. Omidi Edad Aksharam Idagam Sarvam Tasya Upavyakyanam Bhudam Bhavad Bhavishyad Idi Sarvam Omkara Eva Yaccha Anyat Trikalatītam Tatapi Omkara Eva. So do you see that mantra in your book?
Yes.
Okay. Next. That's the first mantra. And the next mantra is Sarvam Hi Edad Brahma Ayam Atma Brahma Saha Ayam Atma Chadushpada. Second mantra. The third mantra Jagaridasthanaha Behishprajnaha Saptangaha Egona Vimshadimukhaha Stulabhuk Vaishwanaraha Prathamapadaha. Second mantra. Fourth mantra, correct. Swapnasthanaha Antah Prajnaha Saptangaha Egona Vimshadimukhaha Praviviptabhuk Tejasaha Tidiyapadaha. Fifth mantra. Yatra Suptaha Na Kanchana Kamam Kamayate Na Kanchana Swapnam पश्यति तत् सुषुप्तं सुषुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघनः एव आनन्दमयः हि आनन्दबुक् चेदोमुखः प्राज्ञः तृतीयपादः. सिक्स्थ मंत्र. एष सर्वेश्वरः एष सर्वज्ञः एषः अन्तर्यामी एषः योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभव अव्ययौ हि भूतानाम्. Now the seventh mantra is a very celebrated mantra, which is supposedly the heart of this Upanishad. Nandav prajñam, na behish prajñam, no bhayada prajñam, na prajñanaghanam, na prajñam, na prajñam, adrishtam, avyavaharyam, agrahyam, alakshanam, achindhyam, avyapadeshyam, egatma pratyayasaram, prapanchopashamam, shantam, shivam, advaitam, chaturtham manyante, sa atma, sa vijñeyah. So doesn't it look very profound? Whether you know the meaning or not, but it looks reads very profound. Let us read once again. Nanda prajñam, na behish prajñam, no bhayada prajñam, na prajñanaghanam, na prajñam, na prajñam, adrishtam, avyavaharyam, agrahyam, alakshanam, achindhyam, avyapadeshyam, egatma pratyayasaram, prapanchopashamam, shantam, shivam, advaitam, chaturtham manyante, sa atma, sa vijñeyah. This you must commit to memory by hearted, and it will be good for your meditation. And you can keep on chanting it and reflect on the meaning of the mantra, which will take you to the depths of meditative experience. Next, eighth mantra. Saha ayam atma adhyaksharam ओंकाराः अधिमात्रं पादाः मात्राः मात्राश्च पादाः अकार उकार मकार इति अकार उकार मकार इति. Now next, the ninth mantra. जागरितस्थानः वैश्वानरः अकारः प्रथमा मात्र आप्तेः आदिमत्वाद् आप्नोति ह वै सर्वान् कामान् आदिश्च भवति य एवं वेद. Now the tenth mantra. स्वप्नस्थानः तेजसः उकारः द्वितीया मात्रः उत्कर्षाद् उभयत्वाद् उत्कर्षति ह वै ज्ञानसन्ततिं समानश्च भवति न अस्य अब्रह्मविद् कुले भवति य एवं वेद.